still there in the plaster, holding up the air. The faces are gone, the memories are unpinned. Only the hallway keeps the shape of you. Rectangles of dust on a peeling wall, the longest walk in the shortest hall. One piano note shivering in the cold, a story of silence that's never been told. The wind is a throat singing under the door, dragging its shadow across the stone floor. Vast is the hunger and vast is the space, searching for the lines of a vanished face. I'm the ghost in the hallway, the draft in the room, the architect of a quiet silver doom. A distant heavy boom, like a gate closing underground. Vacant is the ghost in the hallway, and the empty frames, a gallery of forgotten names. Dark and sorrow in a minimalist heart, watching the structure just fall apart. Cavernous echoes and a whistle of frost, counting the things that were eternally lost. The sustain is a bridge that leads to the night, walking away from the ghost of the light. The hollow hole. The hollow hall. The floorboards are dreaming of a heavy weight, waiting for a key that is always too late. The sustain is a ghost that refuses to die, a horizontal line in a vertical sky. The whistling wind is a cold, sharp blade, cutting the edges of the plans we made. One lonely chord, like a stone in a well, ringing the changes of a private hell. I'm the empty space between the wood and the stone, the most crowded place when you're all alone. Abandoned is the ghost in the hallway, and the empty frames, a gallery of forgotten names. Dark and sorrow in a nameless heart, watching the structure just fall apart. The walls are closing, the frames are screaming. There is nothing inside, the hollow is full. Can you feel the cold? Can you hear the apes? Since the ghost is the hallway, the hallway is me. looks broken, it's coming through the lens. Not a flood, just a drip, a beautiful slow unraveling. The edges are soft and the center is gone, singing a pale and a permanent song. The piano is a ghost in a forest of wires, drowning the sparks of the old world fires. The guitars are sobbing in a language of gold, telling the secrets that shouldn't be told. I'm an aperture widening out, drinking the silence and drinking the doubt. The reverb is an ocean, and I am the song, finding the beauty in every fault. Shimmer, exposed. It's the aperture and the slowly giving away everything that I need. Acoustic chilling in a sapphire haze, spending the rest of my digital days buried in the atmosphere, lost in the sound, lifting the heavy right off the ground. The fog is a sanctuary, the fog is a truth, wasting the light of my luminous youth. The opening, the opening. Pour, let it freight, wash me, ghost away. The curtains are thin, but the light is awake, standing alone at the final gate. The piano is weeping in a minor key for the version of you and the shadow of me. The sob of the strings is a familiar sting, the only vibration that the morning can bring. I'm a leak in the system, I'm a hole in the reel, forgetting the way that the solid things feel. The slow bleed is steady, the slow bleed is cries, spinning the light, the plagues on a flickering face, dissolving. It's the aperture and the slow bleed, giving away everything that I need. Acoustic cheering in a sapphire haze, spending the rest of my digital days. The film is burning, the lens is too wide. There is nowhere left to hide. It's cold gold, it's pure white. Stay in the soul, stay in the light. A sudden clean pop, like a bulb bursting, followed by a long trailing echo. Exposed. The track begins with a single high frequency tink, like a glass marble hitting tile. Tink. It clean me a note follows dry and without bewildered. A ribcage of crystal, a spine made of wire, holding the ghost of a digital fire. The piano is walking on the edge of a blade, careful of the mistakes that we made. The clicks are a fever in the silicone skin, letting the cold and the frequency in. The glass is a prison that's starting to fail, turning the spirit into something so pale. I'm a skeleton of light, I'm a fracture in time, waiting for the rhythm and rhyme. A sharp digital glitch that loops a piano note into a buzz, brittle. It's a skeleton of light and a fine fracture, searching for a beautiful capture. Glitch and heartbeat, a jittery frame, forgetting the face and forgetting the name. Crystalline pressure and a digital snap, falling through the memory gap. The sound of the glass as it starts to divide, with nowhere left for the shadow to hide. Hair shuffling, right and sprinter, right and glow. The air is too heavy for a body of glass, watching the ghost of the physical past. The digital clicks are a nervous disease, bringing the system right to its knees. The piano returns, but the notes are all sharp, tearing the strings of the internal harp. The fracture is spreading, it's a beautiful map, bridging the world and the infinite gap. I'm a transparent ruin, I'm a jittery ghost, the part of the light that hurt the most unstable. It's a skeleton of light and a fine fracture, searching for a beautiful capture. Clicks and heartbeat, a jittery frame, forgetting the face and forgetting the name. Crystalline pressure and a digital snap, falling through the memory gap. The sound of the glass as it starts to divide, with nowhere left for the shadow to hide. Skeleton of light and a fine fracture, searching for a beautiful capture. Glitch on your heartbeat, a jittery frame.
The 10 sheet is absolute.
Sudden void of total silence for 3 seconds. Dun, dun, din, tinkle, 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 tinkle. One final clean piano note is struck, lower in pitch and very quiet. Plum, clear, clear. Clear. It's too late for the truth. The air is too thick, and the velvet, it's already damp. I'm wearing the silence like a heavy coat. Let it stay unspoken. The shadows alone in this indigo room, where the roses are black and the lilies don't bloom. The piano is heavy, a low frequency ache, for every promise I didn't quite break. The hiss is a secret that nobody knows, like the sound of the blood as it quietly flows on velvet morning, a soft touch regret on a cigarette night that hasn't ended yet. My heart is a basement with a locked up door, spilling my tears on the mahogany floor. It's the softest stain and the breath on velvet, a heavy heart, no way to help it. No our jazz heartbeat and a soul made of smoke, the ghost of a sentence that I never spoke. Tears on the fabric, a hissing refrain, washing the memory away with the rain. It's soft and it's heavy and indigo blue, the final collection of the pieces of you. Drinking the salt and the heat, while the city is sleeping beneath my tired feet. The chords are gravity pulling me under, a quiet explosion of internal thunder. The trumpet is crying, a golden wet sigh for the way that we lived and the way that we is a blanket, it's a comforting sting, the only vibration that the shadows can bring. I'm part of the furniture, I'm part of the gloom, waiting for daylight to empty the room submerged. It's the softest stain and the breath on velvet, a heavy heart, no way to help it. No our jazz heartbeat and a soul made of smoke, the ghost of the sanctuaries and nebulous smoke. It's the softest stain and the breath on velvet. Is full, the words are all drowned. I'm sinking in the velvet, I'm sinking in the sound. Don't turn on the light, don't say the name, let the burning be clear, let it stay the same. The tears, they don't make a sound, they just sick. sunset. It always returns to the same point, the same shade of ash, the same cool tile. I tried to remember the red of the rose, but the ink has faded to lead. A circular room with no corners to find, a geometric prison of a desaturated mind. The piano is spinning, a silver gray thread, a ghost of a feeling that refuses to be dead. One motif over and over again, the loss of the if and the loss of the when. The colors are leaking away from the skin. Where does the memory finally begin? It's a monochrome loop, a flatline grace, erasing the features on a familiar face. Ting, 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 ting. It's the gray circle and the desaturated self, a dusty old book on a forgotten shelf. Modern classical sorrow in a black and white frame, forgetting the face and forgetting the name. Hypnotic and hollow and silver and cold, a story of nothing that's already been told. Building the tension and building the wall, waiting for the silence to swallow it all. Spinning in the gray, wash the soul away. I am only this. The intensity rises a fraction of a degree, the ghost of a color that I used to be. The piano's pounding the same four notes like a heavy echo for the smallest of boats. The drone is a pressure behind the eyes, the death of the sun and the death of the skies. I'm a desaturated echo, I'm a silver stain, feeding the loop and feeding the pain. It's an obsession, it's a beautiful trap, falling forever in the grayscale gap. Obsessive. It's the gray circle and the desaturated self, a dusty old book on a forgotten shelf. Modern classical sorrow in a black and white frame, forgetting the face and forgetting the name. The light is gone, the gray is absolute, the loop is eternal, the color is dead. I am the motive, I am the circle. The intensity is, the intensity is everything. Ting, 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 ting. It always returns. It always returns to the same point. Gray, 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 gray. It always returns to the same point. It always returns. Always returns to the same point. Gray, 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 gray. It always returns. The light is gone. It's the same point. Gray. It always returns. It always returns. It always returns. It always returns to the same point, the same pool tile. It always returns to the same point. It always returns to the same point. It always returns to the same point. It always returns. It always It always returns to the same point. Gray. It always returns. Ding 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 ding. It always returns. The track begins with a very close, dry recording of a long, shaky inhale. A heavy wooden thump of the piano pedal hitting the floor. Thud. A single low-register piano chord strikes and vibrates for 12 seconds. The distorted vocal hum enters a low vibrating that wavers in pitch like a failing light. The air, it's expensive now. I'm over my limit. Just the space between the heartbeats, that's all I can afford. A room of vacuum and a floor of glass, watching the seconds and the oxygen pass. One chord, then a minute of gray, waiting for the words I can't quite say. The pedal is a drum in a hollow chest, where the heavy lungs come to rest. The hum is a ghost of a song I knew before the atmosphere turned in to you. I'm an oxygen dead, I'm a dead in the dark, waiting for a single molecular spark. Then it's the oxygen dead in the space between the softest famine that I've ever seen. It's then a done silence in a drifting mind, leaving the physical world behind, a distorted hum that never finds a name, a flicker of life without the flame, the gap in the music where the truth is kept while the rest of the world quietly slept. Pulling on the empty air, a burden of nothing that I have to bear, the mechanical creak of a hammer on string, the only vibration that the silence can bring. One note followed by 1,000 miles of empty hallways and forgotten files. I'm a gasping rhythm, I'm a cooling heat, trying to make the connection complete. The distorted sigh is a permanent stain on the velvet curtains of a digital brain. Empty. It's the oxygen dead in the space between the softest famine that I've ever seen. It's been a minute of silence in a drifting mind. It's gone. The room is expanding. I can't catch the sound. Feel the space has become ahead. A massive, low frequency sub-bass pulse that shakes the mix. The track begins with the sound of a slow deep breath and the creak of a wooden floor. A single low register piano note is struck with a heavy dull thud. Bong, a long decay. The shadows are tall and they're leaning in, watching the places where the ghosts have been. The piano is dragging the slow motion weight, knocking at the door of the iron gate. One note at a time, like a falling tear, drowning out the pulse and drowning out the fear. The cello is a shadow, it's a low-pitched hum, waiting for the end of the beat to come. I'm a last flicker in a world of ink, standing on the edge of the final brink. Drained. It's the heavy light and the midnight black. There's no more light and there's no way back. Snammeric silence in a weary mind, leaving the colors of the sun behind. Slow motion ivory and a leaden soul, giving up the pieces and the broken whole. The wood is waiting for the song to cease, looking for the black and looking for the peace. The keys are sticking like they're made of tar, wondering exactly who the memories are. The mechanical groan of a hammer in pain, washing away in the internal rain. The sustain is the ocean that I'm sinking through, losing the shape of the person I knew. The low cello drone is a comforting grave, the only thing left that I'm trying to save. I'm a dying wick in a drafty room, accepting the grace of the velvet gloom. Exhausted. It's the heavy lead and the midnight black. There's no more light and there's no way back. Cinematic silence in a weary mind. The light is just an afterthought. The dark is the only true light. One last strike. Let the Fauvery sleep, let the blood be deep. The keys are cold. They don't sound the same anymore. Neither do I. Just one more before the dust takes it. One more goodbye. White and black, now turned to bone, playing a song I've always known. But the middle C is a jagged wire, and the melody has lost its fire. The pedal thumps like a heavy heart, watching the finish before the start. The wood is warped, the felt is thin, letting the winter finally in. I'm a broken instrument, a failing scale, a ghost of a story that's grown too pale. A dissonant wrong note rings out and hangs untuned. It's out of tune, and the last dance, a wooden sob and a velvet dance. neoclassical silence in a hollow room, a beautiful portrait of a quiet doom. The creak of the stool is the only beat, walking away on tired feet. Broken music for a broken soul, giving up the pieces in the whole. Wait for me, echo to die. Don't ask the reason why. The high notes shimmer like falling glass, watching the shadows of the people pass. The frame is heavy, the strings are tight, holding on to the last of the light. The out of tune sea is a lonely friend, waiting for the music to reach the end. I'm a dusty chord in an empty hall, waiting for the ceiling to finally fall. My fingers are shaking on the ivory bed, remembering everything that was never said. Fractured, it's out of tune, and the last dance, a wooden sob and a velvet dance. Neoclassical silence in a hollow room, a beautiful portrait of a quiet doom. I can't fix the sound, the voices, they're all wrong. The piano is tired, I am tired. Just let the notes fall apart, let the ivory shatter. Goodbye, goodbye to the music. A cluster of random notes is pressed down before the dust is stained kettle. Silent, silent. I found the tape, it's a little bit melted, but if you listen through the hiss, you can still hear how much it hurt. The signal is drifting, stay close. Circular patterns on a black disc, taking the memory and taking the risk. The piano is tired, it's leaning to the left, feeling the weight of the digital theft. The kick is a pulse in a cold dark room, beating a path through the vinyl gloom. The static is falling like a gray soft snow, covering up the things that we know. I'm a static tear, I'm a skip beat, lost in the middle of a half-empty street. A digital glitch that repeats a piano note 3 times rapidly. Ting, ting, degraded. It's the drift and decay of a broken signal. Calculating the time and the weight of the middle. you remember the song before the signal went wrong? The frequency is drifting, it's hard to stay tuned. Watching the reflection of a pale loaf of moon. I'm a fragment of audio, I'm a ghost on the reel, forgetting the way that the physical feels. The sandy snare is a breath in the ear, telling me things that I don't wanna hear. The wobble is a vertigo, a dizzying grace, smoothing the lines of your digital face. I'm part of the crackle, I'm part of the pop, waiting for the spinning to finally stop dissolving. It's the drift and decay of a broken signal. Calculating the time and the weight of the middle. Bluger dreaming in a warped out haze, walking backwards through the analog days. The tape is thin, the air is thin. I'm losing the you. Wait, stay, don't go. The signal is, the signal is, the signal is, the signal is. Close my eyes, and the shape of you is still there, searing the darkness, a violet outline that won't let go. The light is gone, but the burn remains. The walls are holding their breath tonight, tracing the ghost of a neon light. A single note in a hollow chest where the heavy silence comes to rest. The cello bows a jagged line through a memory that isn't mine. The rain is a static on the glass, watching the hours slowly pass. I'm a retinal burn, a leftover glow, with nowhere left for the heart to go. Residual. It's the retinal burn in the back of the eye, the beautiful ache of a long goodbye. Ambient sorrow in a post-rock soul, losing the light and the self-control, fading out slow in the sapphire blue. The permanent mark left by you, the residual glow of a fire that's gone, waiting for a day that never comes on. heavy like a laden weight, standing outside the iron gates. The rain is a curtain of silver and gray, drowning the words I wanted to say. The cello is weeping a wooden tear for everything gone and everything here. A heartbeat piano skipping a beat, lost in the cold of a digital street. I'm the shadow of brightness, I'm the imprint of flame, the echo of a voice that forgot its own name. It's the retinal burn in the back of the eye, the beautiful ache of a long goodbye, the bandsaw in a post-rock soul. It's the retinal burn in the back of the eye, the beautiful ache of a long goodbye, ambient sorrow in a post-rock soul. Blink, and you're there, in the magenta and the white, burn into the bone, burn into the soul. The glow is all I have left.